Hello everyone, it is Lucy here and I'm back with another video. In today's video we are redoing our kiddie zone in our park for Planet Coaster. So I kind of envisioned this to be more of like the family area, more of like the kiddie zone area. I know a lot of parks that I have been to, it's fully decorated, it's beautiful, there's lush greenery, there's lots of flowers. It's more like character based focused, at least the ones that I grew up going to, those theme parks. It's more like character focused. So I really tried to emulate that in this build. So I really tried to add more greenery, more flowers, like more, I don't know, just some more beautiful scenery, because I did get a lot of comments from you guys just saying that, if you add more scenery and you add more things, it will just really excite the guests and they'll want to come and go to that specific area. They get really excited like when there's beautiful lush greenery around the different rides. So really try to like up your game in the landscaping aspect. And it's just not something that I have done before, because I usually play Planet Zoo, and I know it's not anything like Planet Zoo, believe me, I know. Just a lot of the gameplay is just not the same. A lot of like the staff stuff and issues is just not the same as Planet Zoo. Planet Zoo is more like focused on the animals. But when I started playing Planet Zoo, I didn't really do a whole lot of the like landscaping aspect. I just kind of really focused on trying to get animals in, because those attracted the guest more, because you can get like animals of status. I think the scenery is okay, but it's not like the be all end all of the game, at least in my experience it's not. So I just wasn't in that mindset, and so when I started the park, I just was more focused on, okay, I want rides and I want all of these attractions, and I just really left out the landscaping part of it. And I do apologize, I'm sure a lot of you were frustrated watching my beginning gameplay of this, and I do apologize. It's taken me a little bit to kind of understand the game, and I thought maybe placing it in sandbox mode would be the best part, because I can really focus on what items I want to use, what things I want to decorate with. Also just getting familiar with like what comes with the game and what their different items are, and what the different landscaping options are scenery wise as well. So I think that this is going to be really good for me. It's going to really allow me to understand how the game is supposed to be played, because I feel like I think I rushed it a little bit too fast at the beginning, obviously. So in this portion of the sandbox mode, I'm really going to focus more on just really laying out the park a little bit better. So that's why I wanted to redo this little kid family area zone. And being a mom myself, I know how important it is for the kid zones or the family zones to be fully decorated and just beautiful and really focused on imagination and all of that. So that's what I tried to do. So I did put in a few more rides, but I did keep the octopus Ferris wheel, because I felt like that was one of our beginning rides and it was very important for me to keep that. I did get rid of one of the more like young adult teen rides, because I feel like that was just not fitting with this area. And I really wanted to kind of recreate the zone, because I feel like the fairy tale theme is really what I wanted to go with in this area. So that's what I did. Here you see me adding in kind of like a middle zone where I put in kind of like a scenery and trying to make the characters kind of come to life a little bit. So I added in this beautiful fence. I love the colors on this fence, the yellow, the green, the blues. It's just really pretty and I just really enjoy it. So I put that all around the perimeter of this zone, and then I added in some like sculptures and some different things and some more greenery, some more like lush flowers and things like that. But the fence is really what I was focusing on, because I thought that this was beautiful and this was really meant for like a kid area, just because of the colors alone and just how cute it is, and like how the different fencing like levels are, and it just looks so cute and so pretty. So that's what I added there. And because it wasn't perfectly square, which was really bothering me, I added in that tree, so that way there could kind of be like a little corner of the fence, and it just looks like maybe the fence is going through the tree, but it's actually not. A little bit of a spoiler, there was a bit of a gap there. So I added in this little billboard here because I thought, oh, well, maybe this, I could like project like different princesses on it, or like different scenes of like fairy tale something, but it wasn't working like that. It just was, there is some pirate themed items in here, so I'm kind of interested to just play around with that when we get to the pirate area, because I do want to kind of have a pirate theme in the park as well. I'm very excited about the spooky theme because I did see a lot of spooky items I kind of want to use. A lot of like trees and shrubs and things like that just look really, really cool, and I want to put those in that area. But here you see me adding in the princess, and then there's like a little jester. And I don't know, I just thought that the statues were so cute and just so really focused on like family, and it's just really cute. So, and then I was adding in this little pet. I thought, oh, well, maybe this will be like the princess's pet. But then I found this dragon, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to put this in here. And I was kind of wondering why it costs money every month to run it. I was like, oh, it must have like some sort of animation. I'm very excited about seeing what the animation is. And at the end, in the cinematic like screenshots, you can see there's like smoke coming from it. It's really cool. So now I understand why it kind of costs money to run it every month. But here we have the jester and the princess, and they're just like hanging out in this little garden area. I wanted to make it look like this would be where a princess would hang out. It's so beautiful. The lush gardens, the roses, all of the beautiful flowers just look so cute. And I just thought a lot of like the theme parks that I went to when I was younger, when I was really, really young, and I would go through like the kiddie zone because that's where I hung out the most when I was little, was really character focused. And so there were like buildings and like things that you could go into and you could kind of see. I went to like a storybook kind of place, and it was like the Three Bears and like, you know, Hansel and Gretel and like all of these things that you could kind of go through their houses and kind of see how they lived, because that's how the park set it up as. And I thought, oh, that is so cute. And so I kind of wanted to implement that a little bit in here, and you'll see in a minute what I mean by that, because I did add in like kind of a building off to the side, and I thought, oh, well, maybe this is like kind of where a character would live, and you could kind of go in there and see how they are, like see their you know, set up like their kitchen and like their, you know, where they like hang out and their like living space. It was so cute. So I decided to kind of implement that. That was like my favorite theme park when I was really, really young, because I really thought that the characters were alive and like moving around the park and things. And then as you get older, obviously, it's a little bit different of an aspect. So I just thought, I don't know, just to implement that a little bit would be kind of cute. So, and then just adding in some of these like crown trash cans, because I thought those were so cute. And why wouldn't they be kind of in like a princess themed family area? You'd have like those crown trash cans. And then also putting in the pathways for the different rides. I feel like the pathways for these rides should be a little bit shorter, so I do shorten them later, just because when I was a kid, like the pathways to get to things were just a little bit shorter. It wasn't like there were these huge lines, unless you went to like a really huge like theme park, and you had to like wait in line for different things. But as far as like a smaller scaled area, I just thought maybe just having like shorter lines might be a good idea, because usually like the rides, they'll like kind of stop attracting guests after a while. I always get the notifications that it's like, oh, this is not considered a new ride anymore, and so it's not going to attract the same amount of volume of guests. So I was like, whatever, if they have issues with the line, it's okay for the time being. But I just really wanted to focus on making things a little bit more accessible, making things a little bit shorter for guests, because I feel like you wait around in this park so much as it is, which is why I added in a ton of seating areas, especially for like families. If you want to like sit and have an ice cream or things like that, that's a good idea too to do as well. So I do have like all of those seating areas around that middle part where the princess is and where the jester is. I do add in that building soon, and so I kind of create a perimeter around the building as well. And then I didn't do it for this particular video, but after the fact I noticed that I kind of wanted to add in some seating around that as well, so I do that too. But you don't see it, unfortunately, but I do add in seating. Kind of, it's the same exact, it's very similar to where the princess is. But here is that building that I was talking to you about. So I just feel like this building would be, I don't know, the home to maybe the princess or, you know, something like that. And I just thought a character should be in here. Like I said, I really want to add on to this area. I just put in a few rides here and there. It's not anything like too extravagant at the moment. But I wanted to get the general layout and the general feel of what I want this area to look like. So later I will add a few more rides, but I do just add in like a little bit of rides at the beginning just to kind of keep it going and like make sure people are coming to the area. And I do have to report that in the end cinematic screenshots that you'll see soon, I do notice that a lot of the families that come into this area are just so excited and so happy. So I think according to game standards, I think I did pretty good at the landscaping and at the scenery and just adding in a lot of good things to make sure that they're very excited to come into this part of the park. So I have to do that in each section and then we can keep adding to it. So that's what I'm really going to focus on. So the next few videos of this Planet Coaster, I'm really going to do speed builds. I'm sorry if you're not into that, but I just really want to focus on creating sceneries and things like that. It took me a couple of hours to do this, so doing it in a speed build type of form is going to be a lot better, so you can kind of see how it all comes together in a quicker time, as opposed to watching like 2 hours of footage. So hopefully it will be okay for you guys, but I really want to go into each section and just really try to like redo it and reconfigure things and make sure that the rides aren't just kind of just placed and that's it, because that's what I was doing, because I was in such a like time crunch and feeling like I had to like fix everything and fix all of the issues that were going on with the staff, that I just started like placing things in random spots and wasn't really paying attention too much to the layout anymore. So I want to kind of go back and like fix those things, and then we can kind of play from where I am. So I'm going to keep a lot of the rides that I've already put in, but I'll probably like redo them and like kind of place them, but which is what I do here. And as you see, I'm putting in like a white picket fence around this house, which I don't know, it just looks so cute at the end. And then I put in this tree that kind of has a face carved into it. I put it in 2 places in this section, just because I thought, oh, well, maybe like the kids can kind of go up and like push a button and it like comes to life and like starts talking to them or something, kind of like a storybook type of scene. So that's what I wanted to do, and it is so cute and it's so pretty. And I'm assuming that those things that are coming off of the branches light up, so maybe it will give off some light at night as well. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to end the talking portion right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I will talk to you all very soon.